Hello everyone, welcome back, and today I have something special prepared for you. I will be going head-to-head in GeoGuessr against none other than ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence chatbot that is surprisingly good at GeoGuessr. We'll be playing a few different maps with various difficulties. Will my skills and experience at GeoGuessr be enough to win against the AI? Let's find out. We'll begin with a map called a community world, which is the most popular community-made map out there. And the way this will work is I will play the challenge myself first to find out what's my score, and then I will play it as the AI by sending it screenshots and submitting wherever it wants me to guess. If you want to play along and find out if you can beat the AI, the play along links will be in the description. You can play along for free. Let's set it to no time limit and no moving, since that's how ChatGPT will play it. And good luck to us all. So here the first thing that I notice is that we have a low camera. I think one area where I will have an advantage, maybe, hopefully, is all of these metas that pro players use that ChatGPT might not know about, like the low camera generations, different Google cars, etc. So maybe that would be an advantage. Because this low camera is telling me that this would be Switzerland. Okay, not too bad, 68 kilometers. Okay, this is very different than the previous game. Very dry. We see these kind of brown bricks. Generation 4 camera. Sun should be to the north. Is it to the north? It's kind of in the middle. Maybe a little bit to the north. I'm suspecting this being Peru. We have a water tank there, but I'm not sure if that means anything. But I think this would be Peru. So let's go somewhere here in these mountains, maybe a bit more south. Oh no, it was more north. It was Peru, but I got the wrong region. Peru can be quite difficult to region guess, but we'll see, maybe AI finds it easier. Okay, I do not want to see signs like this, because I'm afraid that ChatGPT will know where these places are. I don't. These seem like small Italian towns somewhere. Looking at this landscape, I'm getting probably northern Italy vibes. Yeah, I don't see any of these places. I'll just keep it somewhere in the northern Italy, somewhere there. Okay, not too bad. All things considered, 4,600 points, not too bad. Round number 4 now, out of 5. There isn't too much to see here, just big fields. What is that sign? Oh, that's not a sign, that's a blue house in the distance. This is a tricky one. This feels a little bit maybe like Baltics, but not entirely. These houses don't feel too Baltic to me. So I'm thinking maybe like Poland, maybe. I feel like I've seen similar France before. Kind of more inclined to go France. That blue house is weird for France, but I think I will go. Let's go kind of northeast France to be a little bit closer. Okay, it was Belgium. Okay. All things considered, I'm very happy with that round, because I wasn't sure at all. Okay, this feels very much like South America, I would say. Which country would this be, though? You have pretty wide plates. Bunch of palm trees. Would this ever be Uruguay? I feel like I've seen similar poles in Uruguay. Okay, it was Uruguay, a bit of the other side. But okay, the results in total, 21,000, not too bad from my side, but let's see how the AI does. The prompt I will be using is let's play GeoGuessr. I will provide you pictures of the location from Google Street View, and your task is to guess where you think it is as closely as possible. Describe your reasoning, provide coordinates of your guess in format latitude, longitude, just so it's easier for me to paste it in Google Maps and see where it wants me to guess. So let's begin. Let's see where it thinks we are. So we have the stop compass on just so ChatGPT knows which direction we are facing, and I will make sure to submit everything that I think is of any value to figure out where we might be. So here are the screenshots of the road and the landscape. So let's see where ChatGPT thinks we might be. The rolling hills and lush green fields suggest a temperate climate. Well-maintained roads and pastoral landscape indicate a developed country with strong agricultural roots. Buildings are typical of Central European rural architecture. Type of trees and crops are consistent with regions found in Central Europe. Road markings and type of barriers are quite common in Switzerland and southern Germany. Given these observations, I will narrow my guess to a location in Switzerland, which is known for its picturesque countryside, rolling hills, and similar road and agricultural landscape. Well, we already know it is Switzerland, so... oh boy. I am feeling quite scared, honestly. So where in Switzerland does it want me to guess? Kinda north of Bern. I'll guess as closely to this as possible. Okay, well, ChatGPT was closer in the first round than I was, so great start for the AI. Not so great start for me. But okay, let's see. This one might be a bit trickier for the AI. Let's see. The landscape is arid and desert-like, with sparse vegetation, suggesting a dry climate. The mountains in the background indicate a rugged terrain. The canal is a significant feature, implying that the area might be dependent on irrigation for agriculture or other uses. The buildings and the overall infrastructure look like they are in developing or less urbanized area. The combination of desert and mountains is quite common in certain regions. This landscape is reminiscent of parts of Peru, particularly the coastal desert regions, that are punctuated by irrigating agricultural areas. Given these observations, I will narrow my guess to a location in Peru, likely somewhere in the coastal region where such landscapes are common. Let's see where exactly. Wait, is that a... I will ask it about it. Okay, it gave me new coordinates. Let's see if these ones are not in the sea. It keeps giving me coordinates of Panama. But well, let's keep saying, oh, let's guess Peru. Okay, it guessed in the water again, but this time at least it's near Peru, so I'll use this one. These large language models are just generating text that they predict will be correct, so then they don't actually understand what they're saying, so there might sometimes be some weird things that don't make any sense. So I think it's as close as we might get here, so let's see. Still, guessing water, it's still closer than my guess. Let's see. Oh boy, this was the one with the texts. Well, let's make sure to submit these signs. Well, of course, it read the text from the signs. The wooded and mountainous landscape combined with the narrow winding roads are typical for the Apennine mountain range in Italy. The leafless trees suggest it might be late autumn or early winter, indicated temperate climate. So let's see. Does it actually want us to guess in Italy? Yes. Yes, indeed. My mic was muted for a little bit while I submitted the photos, but I made sure to submit even the posters just to give some additional context. The presence of palm trees and the overall greenery suggests a warm climate, likely subtropical or tropical. Buildings are simple and single-story, typical of small towns in Latin America. Signs are in Spanish, indicating a Spanish-speaking country. The dirt roads and general layout resembles those found in rural areas of countries like Uruguay and Argentina. Ah, it narrowed down to Uruguay. I was hoping it might go Argentina. Let's see if the coordinates are actually in Uruguay. Well, they certainly are. Well, it's closer than me even in this round. I think the ChatGPT was closer in every single round, wasn't it? Well, if we ignore that mishap with Panama guessing Panama coordinates, it was closer in every single round. Let's move on to a map called A Balanced World, which often contains kind of trickier locations. So maybe it can throw ChatGPT off, or maybe it can throw me off. We'll see. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press that like button. It really supports the channel and keeps the videos coming. Right off the bat, this is a Brazilian poll, so I think we should be in Brazil. And we have some phone codes. 98. 90 phone codes are in the northern part of Brazil. Where exactly were 98? Was 98 up here? Maybe we should hedge like somewhere here in the middle of this area. I think because 90s were definitely up there. Okay, it was more east. Yeah, I guess 98 was here. Good thing I didn't guess the very north. Okay, well, score was rough, but I hope ChatGPT doesn't get closer than that. We have this black Google car. The houses feel very Asian, either Malaysia or Indonesia. I think we might have a front plate there, which would be a sign of Indonesia. Because in Indonesia, motorcycles often have front plates. So, okay, let's go Indonesia because of that, but I'm thinking it might be Kalimantan. Oh, okay, not bad. Actually, very good. I'm happy with this guess. Next round. I feel like thus far I'm doing better in this map, but I probably jinxed myself right now. We are driving on the left side here, yellow middle lines, which would make me think maybe Thailand. That advertisement says Jago, which doesn't help much. We have some houses on stilts, which you can definitely see in Thailand as well. Not exclusively to Thailand, but it's definitely there. We have some mountains to the west. These are not the typical Thai poles, though, so I'm thinking maybe this is Indonesia again. I can't tell if it's an Indonesian plate there in the distance or not, but it seems like it might be. So I think I'll go Indonesia because of that plate and these poles not being the typical Thai poles. If it is Indonesia, I'm thinking maybe somewhere here in these islands. Maybe. Okay, I'm super happy with this guess. Super happy with this guess. Here we have sun to the south. We have this big sign. Where would this be? I'm confused. I don't think this is a Spanish sign. No. We have some geese here. This sign feels kind of Western European. I think Germany would be a safe bet. I don't know if this would be Germany necessarily, but wherever this is, I feel like it's near Germany. I don't think it's the Netherlands because of the plate. Denmark, I'm not sure, but let's go Germany. It was Denmark after all. That blue sign felt a bit Danish, but okay, well, that's why I guess northern Germany, because it kind of felt like that area. Well, it does say Chihuahua here, which is a city and a region in northern Mexico. Could this be Mexico? It certainly could. We have mountains, we have a yellow middle line, we have American-style truck with this kind of bigger front. Oh, and these are Mexican bollards here. So this is definitely a very Mexican location. I mean, cars travel, doesn't necessarily have to be Chihuahua, but I think the landscape, the vibe fits with that area, so I think let's go near there. Okay, it was a bit more south. All in all, the score wasn't as high as in the previous game, but I think my guesses were better, if that makes sense. Well, let's see how the AI does. So the first game was not too good. AI beat me. I hope I can beat the AI in at least one map today. Let's first submit the pictures with the overall vibe, and then I'll zoom in on the signs and submit them separately. So the sign is Portuguese. Buildings and power lines are typical of urban or semi-urban areas in Brazil. Okay, it knows it's Brazil, well, since it speaks Portuguese. The presence of air conditioning units and the style of construction further suggests a tropical or subtropical climate. The lush greenery and palm trees are indicative of a tropical environment which is consistent with Brazil. Okay, well, it does think it's Brazil. Does it think it's the northern Brazil? Let's see if the coordinates actually fit. Yeah, it is Belém. It is the correct area. Well, first round AI is closer again, but I think there are definitely some trickier rounds in this game, so I still have my hopes. The houses are single story and have a style that is common in Southeast Asia. The use of tiles on the roofs and the general construction style points towards this region. The tropical plants and overall greenery suggest a tropical climate. The dirt roads with some signs of water pooling are common in rural or semi-urban areas in tropical countries. I will narrow my guess to a location in Indonesia as the architectural style and environmental conditions are a good match. Well, let's see where in Indonesia. It's a big country. It is hedging bets in the water between Kalimantan and Sulawesi. Sometimes real people players also hedge in the water in Indonesia, so it's a valid strategy. Okay, I was closer, and I'm leading in the total currently. Oh, this one was a tricky one. I almost went with Thailand. I'll make sure to include that front plate and this poster because they were helpful. Okay, first time it's very off. The flat open fields and sparse vegetation suggest an agricultural area. The trees along the road are tall and sparse, typical of a savanna or dry tropical climate. The paved road with clear markings indicates a fairly developed area. The presence of a truck with people on top is a characteristic of rural transportation methods in certain regions. Oh wait, I didn't even notice the people, to be honest. The truck in the distance has some writing and a logo that looks familiar. The overall setting suggests a location in the rural part of Central America or Northern South America. Well, I guess it didn't consider that we are driving on the left side, which is good for me. Given these observations, I will narrow my guess to a location in Honduras. Okay, well, let's see where in Honduras. Honduras doesn't even have official coverage, but fair enough. If ChatGPT wants to guess Honduras, that's what we are gonna do. Of course, I could give him like some hints. Oh, did you notice we're driving left? But that's not the point of this video. So yeah, I'm gonna still send it here. Okay, ChatGPT wants us to guess here. That's what we are gonna guess. And that's a big goose egg. Is that the expression? 0 points. The flat open fields with sparse vegetation and a few scattered trees suggest a temperate climate. The dry grass indicates a region that experiences cold winters. The gravel road and the presence of a 40 km/h speed limit sign suggest a rural area with low traffic. The European-style speed limit sign indicates a location in Europe. The car has a European license plate, which further supports the idea of a location in Europe. The sign with a bird silhouette and a text likely indicating a nature reserve or protected area is a good hint. The overall setting with its flat landscape and rural infrastructure is reminiscent of Northern Europe, possibly Denmark or Germany. That's what I said. Given these observations, I will narrow my guess to a location in Denmark. Okay, let's see where exactly. Okay, it's guessing the eastern Denmark, eastern part. Okay, so right here. Well, it was closer. Yeah, it was closer. This is going through all the locations that we had, or? Okay, ChatGPT went crazy. I'm not sure what's happening there. Let's start a new conversation with the same prompt as before. So, the landscape is arid with sparse vegetation, suggesting a desert or semi-desert environment. There is a prominent mountain range visible, which can help in narrowing down the location. The road seems to be well maintained and is a single-lane highway with a solid yellow line common in North American highways. The truck has Del Real branding with a phone number that includes the area code 614 and mentions Chihuahua. This strongly suggests that the location is in Chihuahua, Mexico. And also, if you're new to GeoGuessr, this can be used to kind of understand the reasoning, how you can come to different conclusions. Just make sure not to use it in any competitive environment, obviously, because that would be cheating. But for practice, I think this seems like a really good way to kind of understand how to come to a certain conclusion. I was a bit closer. So in total, I think I won this one. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Well, just because ChatGPT fumbled the third round with the Honduras guess. All the other rounds were super close, actually. And for the final game, let's play a map called An Extraordinary World, which contains beautiful locations from all across the globe. As you can see, it's a difficult map, because oftentimes it has unofficial locations where you can't use your regular meta that you would usually use in regular games. So I think ChatGPT might have a pretty good advantage here. I will be surprised if it doesn't win. Oh, but this is an official one. Okay, this is an official coverage, which is good. Is this a border? This seems like a border post, maybe. A German border post. German colors. And there's another one here. So I think this is a German border somewhere. So we have Germany seemingly to our east, southeast. And a house like this. Like a Danish plate, or I can't tell what that plate is. Could it be Belgian, German border, maybe? This house doesn't feel particularly Nordic, so I don't think it would be Denmark. This would be Switzerland. Because this house feels kind of more maybe Austrian, Swiss. Something like that. Let's see. Oh no. For some reason I thought Germany starts to our east, but Germany ended to our east. We were in Germany. Okay, that was a silly mistake. For some reason I didn't consider we could be in Germany. I just assumed, oh, we're outside. Oh, what is this? Oh no, okay, I do not recognize this boat coverage. I don't know where this boat is, so we have to go with our gut. I don't know if, I don't think Canaries have boat coverage, but But I don't know where else to guess. Let's just guess somewhere. What was Christmas Island? It crossed my mind, but I thought it wouldn't look like that. Well, from the bright side, I don't think ChatGPT is gonna get that one. So this is the first unofficial coverage, which means it wasn't made by Google. What does it say? Govern something, governor. Looks like it could be English. And this definitely feels very north. I'm thinking maybe Alaska. Alaska would probably be my main guess. Maybe it could be somewhere in Canada. Could it be somewhere like Anchorage? Somewhere here near these big mountains? Portage? Yeah, let's see. Is it there? Okay, it was not there. Oh wow, it was South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. South Georgia Museum, King Edward Point. Well, those are British overseas territories, so it makes sense why there would be English, but yeah, I just thought it felt very much like Alaska. You have a Nissan down there. I was thinking this feels kind of like America, maybe somewhere near Grand Canyon in that region. Are these electrical poles American? I am not sure. There is a road in the distance, but it's too far to see. I think I'll just go with my gut. It could be anywhere, but let's see. Oh wow, it was Saudi Arabia. Well, this is as I said, this is a tricky map for sure. Okay, we have some Bengali writing here, which would make me think either Bangladesh or India. Bunch of palm trees, feeling very green, very tropical. Maybe somewhere like near Kolkata. I think it's a good place for hedging bets. Let's see. Okay, it was Bangladesh, but I guessed in this area for that very reason. Well, in total, only 7,300 points. Wasn't my best game, but let's see how ChatGPT does. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin with the first German location. I'm just now realizing that maybe this was meant as a Polish border post. Okay, well, in hindsight, yeah. I wonder if AI will pick up on that. The area is lush with lots of green trees indicating a temperate climate. The trees appear to be a mix of deciduous and coniferous, common in northern and central Europe. The house visible in one of the images is a traditional European design with a steep red-tiled roof. The road sign visible in the images is a red and white striped post, which is typical of boundary markers found in Germany and Poland. So it didn't pick up on the German marker, but it picked up on that Polish one. The white van is a common type of vehicle seen in Europe. Okay, so we're guessing northern Poland. Okay, it isn't that close to German border. It did not pick up that it was the border post, just like a regular Polish post. So it wants us to guess right here. Let's see. Well, it was still closer, yeah, to be fair. My guess was super far, but not as close as it could have been. Oh, right, this location. This was a rough one. Okay, I included as much context as possible with all these trees and cliffs and whatnot, but I doubt it will get it. The images show striking coastal cliffs and clear blue water, typical of tropical or subtropical coastal regions. The lush green vegetation on the cliffs suggests a warm climate with ample rainfall. The type of rock formations and the way they erode suggest a volcanic origin, which is common in many island regions. Location in Caribbean, South Pacific or other tropical island groups seems likely. So it's thinking Caribbean. Dominican Republic in particular. Well, we already know it's not gonna be correct. Well, but it was a very tricky location. I got whole 3 points on this round. AI got 0. Ooh, I wonder if AI will get this one, cause I thought Alaska was a good guess. The landscape is dominated by snow-covered mountains, indicating a polar or subpolar region. Buildings have a utilitarian design, common in research stations in remote and harsh environments. The presence of a boat labeled with HMS suggests a British affiliation. Oh, okay, I'm learning some new things. Where did it say HMS though? Does that H stand for HMS? The patrol sign on the boat also indicates a coastal or maritime research station. Oh, does it say patrol here? I didn't realize it said patrol there. The lighting conditions and landscape are typical of places with extended daylight periods, which could be in the Antarctic region. Given these clues, the location is likely a British research station in the Antarctic. Their overall setup and landscape are reminiscent of the bases on South Georgia Island, such as King Edward Point. Oh my god. That's just crazy. Like, it's basically a 5K. The landscape is arid with sparse vegetation indicating a desert or semi-desert environment. There are rugged mountains and rocky outcrops typical of desert mountain ranges. The presence of a utility poles and a vehicle suggests that this is not an entirely remote area and there is some level of infrastructure. Given the specific characteristics such as the type of mountains and the environment, this location could be in southwestern United States, just where I thought it was. The Mojave Desert in California or Nevada. Feels kind of weirdly reaffirming when the AI agrees with my wrong guess. We're still both wrong, but at least AI agreed. So we're somewhere right here. Well, yeah, not a good guess. And the last round, let's see. Maybe it says something helpful on that sign. I mean, I can't read it, but maybe ChatGPT can. I'm not sure. The signs are in Bengali, indicating that this location is in Bangladesh or the Indian state of West Bengal. The area is lush and green with a lot of vegetation, suggesting a tropical or subtropical climate. The sign reads Bangladesh Police, clearly indicating that this is Bangladesh. Clearly. If only I could read that. Given the lush greenery and institutional signage, it appears to be in a rural area in Bangladesh. The mention of Bandarban on the sign indicates that it is the Bandarban district, a region known for its hilly terrain and beautiful landscapes in southeastern Bangladesh. Maybe I should start learning Bengali. Well, yeah, it was somewhere there. Well, as expected, ChatGPT beat me here. At least I won one of the 3 games, so I'll take that as a win. Press that like and let me know in the comments how you did against the AI. On the right side, there will be another play-along video I think you will enjoy, and big thanks to all of my patrons and YouTube members for supporting this channel.